my potatoes. Okay, now, first thing I want to do is put in a lot of butter. You know, they just taste better with butter. Put that over here. You can see what I'm doing here. Push that up. Okie dokie. I'm going to cut them up small too. That's going to taste really good. Don't skimp on the butter and mashed potatoes. That's what really makes it. Half of a cup of cream, another half a cup of milk. Now I'm not just going to, when I get it warm, just like throw it in there. Oh no, because I don't want it to be too creamy. Ta-da! Okay, good. I'll just put these back in the refrigerator. I don't want them to get warm. Now I'm waiting for this to just not boil. We just want it to heat up. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm getting out my handy dandy mixer. Want to get that butter all mixed in there. And you know, mashed potatoes just aren't for holidays anymore. You can make them anytime. This is delicious. Like, you can put pesto in them. You can make them so many different ways, and people really enjoy eating them. Yep, looks like we're ready to rock with the milk and the cream. So I'm just going to pour in a little bit right now, just a tiny bit. Yeah. You can whip for a pretty long time. I mean, they really, if you don't put too much milk in them, they really won't over whip. And you want them nice and creamy. Now, the reason I want to be real careful with the milk and you know, the wet stuff that I put in here is because now comes my favorite part. I'm going to add a lot of that oil. And, whoo-hoo, here comes the Groovy Maximus part. There it is. Now, these are not going to mash up. I mean, I don't want to mash up. They're going to stay pretty whole. I'm just going to kind of actually put them into the potato. A little more butter. Now I'm going to get a tiny bit of black ground pepper. Oh yeah, baby. One more quick flick of the wrist. And voila. I could even eat these for breakfast the next day, so I don't want to lose any. Take the rest of the garlic and put it on top. And then with that chicken where we did not leave the garlic in, we just infused the oil. This is a really great food pairing, let me tell you. Make it look a little pretty. Set it aside. I just want to get the strawberries now and prep them up for my dessert. Okay, I've already washed them, cut the tops off. So, cut a little bit more off of there. What I want to do is, I want to just take the strawberries and just cut them into pieces about that big. So it'll be about, depending on the size of the strawberry, it's going to be like this. Each one's getting 3 cuts in it. Okay, a tablespoon of sugar, and put it right over the top. And I want to cut open this big old fat old juicy lemon. And if I was measuring, it's probably about 2 tablespoons I'm going to use here. Good. Perfect. I'm just going to mix that up a little bit. Yes. That's nice. Now, I'm going to put this back in the fridge, and I always want to do this about a half hour to an hour before I serve the dessert. All right? I'm going to grab a little bit of plastic wrap, cover them up nice and tight. There you go. And put it back in the fridge so it stays cool. kind of want to get that chicken out of the oven because it's done, and I want to just let it sit here just for a few minutes. I've turned the other oven down, and the potatoes are just staying warm in there. They're done. Okay, I've cleaned my arugula. Just going to chop off these right here. I don't really like the stems so much. Oops. I'm going to fan that out over the plate. When I went to Calabria to visit my family, this grew like weeds in the backyard. And we Calabrese like to take it as our claim to fame because we were using arugula long before it became very trendy and up in Milano. This is such a simple salad to make, and it's just chock full of flavor. Now, I've already peeled an orange here, and I'm just going to cut it in half. And I'm going to cut it into little sections. And once again, down the middle. I'm going to lay that on top of my salad. Ooh, you know, that just smells so fresh and so good. And now for the fennel. Just going to cut off the bottom there. I am going to take this little core out too. It's a little bit too hard for me. All right, let's see how that looks. That's looking very lovely. We take a little bit of salt, salted. We take a little bit of ground black pepper. I'm a fan of pepper. All right. And just extra virgin olive oil. Just drizzle it over the top. We're going to chop this orange in half and take a fork and just drizzle that juice over the top. Make sure you don't get any seeds. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. I'm going to put this right over the top. Okay.